Kill Mary. Rice, noodle, bread. Hello, I'm Sherry Cola.
And I am Taecyeon.
We're at the Spectacular Gold Gala.
We're gonna be doing a crossover conversations.
No spoilers.
All right, let's do this.
Look at this, the claw machines.
Yes, between two arcade machines.
You know, I actually grew up with these. Like, I had a full gambling addiction to Hello Kitty claw machines. Like, I would
Really?
spend like $75
Are you
and
good
get
at it?
nothing. I think I thought I was good at it, but I think it's also rigged. Like, sometimes it'll be loose, the claw.
Right,
And then
right.
sometimes it'll, you know.
No, I heard there's like some kind of instruction that you have to do to make
There's
the
some
whole.
sort of formula,
Yeah.
some sort of choreography, but this is actually bringing me back to the good old days. I'm about to relapse right now,
Okay.
actually. This is really triggering in a good way.
Are you gonna get something?
No, I'm so happy to be face to face.
Yes, I am actually very much pleased to meet you as well.
So do you frequent the Gold Gala?
I am. This is the third year, right? And I am here for the third time.
How does it feel? Don't you feel like so liberated and like fulfilled? I'm like taking in all of the beautiful glowing faces.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's very different because I grew up in America, but I never had the whole Asian and Asian Pacific Islander kind of thing, like gathering up and kind of connecting with each other. So I never had this kind of experience before, and I'm very happy that this is happening.
Better late than never.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like a lot of us kind of found that as we're in this industry, which we're very lucky to be a part of, something that is a collective in the sense of
Right.
like, hey, I'm rooting for you. Keep killing it.
Right.
Like, we'll collaborate later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so uplifting right now. And like, me growing up in the 626, the San Gabriel Valley, I feel like I was around about a lot of Asians, but I think no one thought this was possible, you
Right,
know? So
right.
now it's like every single day we're reminded that, oh, we can do this and we
Right.
belong here, and I feel like nights like the Gold Gala is just the fire inside.
Right.
Okay, tell me about being a global superstar.
What? Okay. First of all, quick overview of what I've done before. I started my K-pop idol group called 2PM. I'm a member of that group. I started like 18 years ago, and I started acting as well. And I've been going back and forth in Asia, Japan, like Japan is in Asia, but in Korea. Basically, just going over, doing some work, and having fun. That's about it.
Having fun.
Anything coming up for you?
You know what? I've been popping in and playing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I have Brideheart in theaters June 20th with
Oh,
Rebel
great.
Wilson.
Congratulations.
It's action comedy and bunch of beautiful people. Check. And I'm gonna be. I'm currently in an episode of Poker Face, which is super fun because
Oh, yeah?
Natasha Lyonne is just like the funniest, wildest, coolest person on earth. I'm hopping into season 3 of Shrinking, which is such a stellar show. I'm stoked about. What about you?
I actually have a show called First Night with the Duke coming up in Korea and on Viki, and I happen to be the Duke, and we're spending the night.
Tell me more, because you have such a multi-dimensional career. A duke, a vampire.
Right.
Honey,
What?
else is on the list of things that you're trying to do?
I mean, I've been doing a lot of stuff. Okay, vampire, the Duke, detective, random high school kid. What else? But yeah, what else is on the list? I mean, I can't really say it's about the profession that the character has. It's more like what the character is, supposed to be, and yeah, what is this?
That's deep. No, that's deep. That's deep. You're right.
Yeah,
You're
so-
right. It's about like the identities and like
Right.
the struggles. I think for us as AAPI folks who are on the screen and what we do off the screen a lot of the times, like we're just trying to prove that we're human first.
Right.
Because I've been very lucky to be a part of things like Joyride and Shortcomings, which is very much representation by definition.
Right.
But at the same time, we're trying to normalize the fact that we can be messy, we can be smart, of course, we can also be sexy, and
Right.
we can be everything under the sun, and we just happen to be Asian.
Right.
I think that's what's really special, and now like that we've done some cool things in those categories, like everything moving forward, it needs to have that kind of same intention.
Right.
You know, we can't settle for any less than what we deserve. I can't be, you know, a Chinese waitress number 7.
I mean,
I'm still
I guess
down. Okay, I'm
I-
available. I'm available.
She's available, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, since I am based in Seoul in Korea, like I don't get to face that much of a
Right.
difference because
Right.
we're all Asians over there, you know. So
Right.
that's the most like different, I guess face value. I guess.
Right.
So
That's so interesting. Okay, so with that being said, stepping from Korea to America, like what's a difference that you kind of feel within the creative space?
I mean, especially like what you said, it's about finding the character and how it struggles and how I'm supposed to express it. But as an Asian actor in an Asian community, it doesn't really have to have the face to it, you know.
Yeah.
Just because I'm an Asian, oh, you get to do this or do that. But here, it's somewhat different, you know. I mean, I guess I wouldn't say it's stereotypical to say it, but you know, a lot of Asian actors and actresses tend to play like the nerdies or like kung fu-ish and whatnot. So, I mean, like you said, like we're all just, you know, trying to prove ourselves to be, you know, we're just another human being. You know?
Yeah,
So-
100%. And even now, like with the kung fu stuff that still is, I feel like we're reclaiming it.
Right.
You know, because and taking ownership. Like for example, Karate Kid coming out, starring Ben Wong. Like, you know, the original Karate Kid was not Asian. You know what I'm saying? So we're kind of like.
our
Almost like,
thing
okay,
now.
let's rewind, redo kind of
Right.
thing, which is kind of nice when I see those reboots, you know, be authentic. So yeah, I think for me that theme of better late than never is something that I think about all the time because even the trailblazers before us, they did so much more work and
Right.
went through way more problematic shit
Right.
so that we could have this conversation in front of claw machines in 2025. You know what I'm
That's-
saying? Like that's
that's
something
true,
I'll
yes.
always recognize and like, you know, never take for granted because when I was younger, I feel like there was such a lack of representation and
Yeah.
I didn't know how. Like we didn't have famous parents, you know what I mean?
Right.
And the fact that we actually got it done and we're here is a miracle.
Yeah, it is amazing.
If you could choose to be in like another K-drama or American show, what would it be?
I'll choose Lovely Runner.
Lovely Runner.
Yeah, Sunjae.
Wait, I love that name. I need to watch that immediately. I'm
Oh
sorry
yeah,
that
you should.
I
You should.
haven't.
It's definitely a good.
I'm
watch.
titillated. I am very intrigued.
Yes. Yeah.
No, you know what I will say with my whole heart, I'm
Yes.
gonna go home and binge all Viki shows. Okay?
Yes.
I'm not gonna sleep all night. I'm gonna go on episode by episode.
Wow.
The marathon.
Okay.
Speaking of Lovely Runner. Okay.
My dear.
Wait, hold on. Can you put a Chinese girl in one of those K dramas? We'll be in touch. I'm available.
What's the best advice you've ever given?
Ever given?
Ever.
I will say it's something I've repeated.
Mm-hmm.
My castmate and dear sister Zuri Adele from our show Good Trouble,
Mm-hmm.
she says, "Stay ready so you don't have to get ready."
Ooh, that is.
Because a lot of times it's like, oh, I'm manifesting a role
Right,
where I'm
right.
doing, you know, combat or
Right,
something, or I'm
right.
manifesting a role where I'm more, you know, poised, whatever it may be. Start being in that mindset.
Right,
you know,
right.
start, you know, doing those squats. You know what I'm saying? So that when the call comes, you're ready to go.
Oh damn. that
You know
is
what I
good.
mean?
That is good.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
That is gold. Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
What about you?
Ever given. I think it's a long phrase that I've got, but I got it from Joey Park, the original ex-boss of me. I used to work for him. He said, practice makes perfect, but you have to be confident enough on stage, and if you're not confident enough, you just have to do more practice. And if you lack practice, you're not gonna be perfect. So in order to achieve the great perfection, you have to just keep on trying, and you just have to keep practicing. So
I love that. Practice does make perfect, you know, and like you can't expect to be better overnight.
Right.
That's the truth. And I feel like because we come from, you know, Asians who work 10 times as hard, I feel like that's like really deep within our roots is just to, you know, and make it happen no matter what.
Right.
And you know, I mean, I'm not saying it's right or wrong because my mom like is still running her restaurant of 25
Really?
years. When I'm like, sit down, woman. You know, every single time we call each other, it's like a competition of who's busier. But like the immigrant mentality, you know, it's really something that is a balance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I definitely agree that we're willing to do what it takes because I think in our lifetime we are single-handedly shifting the narrative.
Right.
You know, our ancestors never would have dreamt of what we're doing, and now like younger kids who look like us have that hope
Right.
when they see us on the screen, and I just don't take that lightly. You know, I feel like it's such a luxury, and for me, I'm like, God, I refuse to be 6 feet under before every single person, you know, that looks like me feels seen.
Right.
This is really deep.
It is
I
deep.
know. I'm philosophical
This-
and
this
funny.
is good.
You're shocked.
I am a little bit.
Wait. Okay. Speaking of
What?
your first boss or your boss.
Yes.
Speaking of your boss, I'm curious. What was your first like normal job?
My first normal job.
Because you grew up in Boston, right?
No, yeah.
I did my research.
Oh, thank you. My first normal job. I don't think this is normal, but my first part-time job that I had was a remote control tester
Oh, for what company?
for I don't remember.
Vibrators.
Like, I don't know. It was for like a TV setup box.
Oh.
And I would just like go into this room and I'll just like change the channels and I'll just rate the remote control that they have, like A, B, C, D, and be like, oh, this is pretty fast. This is not.
Like a good Korean son.
What?
That feels like in the civil engineering space, right?
Is it? I don't know. But
I actually
that's,
worked at Hollister.
Really?
Do you know that store?
Yeah.
Can you believe?
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, me
I'm
neither.
just like,
I feel
what?
like it was like a night terror or something like that. I'm like, was that real? I wore 2 polos at once, okay?
Wow.
I know, it was a dark time.
Yeah.
It was a really dark time.
Different fashion back then. You know?
And now this is a little beaded number, nod to Shanghai 1930. Thank you very much, Paris of the East. That's where I was born. The
Yes.
beautiful city of Shanghai.
I know.
Have you been?
Actually, I have.
You have?
Long time ago.
Tell me more. What was the occasion? Touring?
Oh no. I think I was there for shooting a commercial for Coca-Cola.
And now you're with Sherry Cola. Full circle.
Damn.
Have you seen Joyride? Have you seen any of my work?
No, I haven't. But I.
He wasn't prepared for this.
Yeah, but I am very eager to find out.
You already know too much.
No, actually, I've seen Endings Beginnings.
Oh my God, fun! Deep Cut. That was a film directed by Drake Doremus that I was in with Shailene Woodley, who is so lovely. Oh my God. Wait, I have chills.
Why?
Random.
Sorry.
He's like, I saw you on the episode of Wild and Out where you were a celebrity team captain in 2022. That is one of my proudest works. Something I'm really proud about
Okay.
in terms of our heritage is the food.
Yes, definitely.
What's your favorite Asian food? Maybe top 3, because that's hard.
I mean, I, as a traditional Korean person that I am, I would have to say kimchi. So.
Of course. Yeah, I would wear kimchi as a perfume, okay?
Okay.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Okay, I shall not. Okay. What else? Beef and broccoli?
Oh!
Yeah.
Like Panda Express?
Yeah, Panda Express kind of thing. Yeah.
You are plugging right now.
Am I?
You know, for me, top Asian foods, I have to say
Okay, yeah.
kanji.
Kanji.
Juk.
Juk. Yeah, in Korean, yeah.
Because I could eat that like every single day.
But
I'm such a simple girly.
really?
Salty egg, a 1,000-year-old egg,
Right.
pork sauce.
I mean, you have so much combination that you can use, right?
Kimchi, throw that in
Yeah.
there. You know what I'm saying? I have a very important question.
What's up?
Kill, marry.
Okay.
Rice, noodle, bread.
Oh, shit.
I know.
Oh.
I know. I know. To be honest, I'm gonna start off by killing bread.
Me too.
You know?
Yeah, that's
just filler.
Yeah,
It's filler.
it's not gonna work. I don't know.
Rice is life. I might marry noodle. Think about it.
I think so. Me too.
Korean cold noodles. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I
Patsy you. Taiwanese beef noodle. Pho.
I'll go with noodles as well.
And also, technically, noodles, you can just cut it up really tiny and it's like rice. You know, you're like microdosing noodles.
What? That's what?
Just one little.
All right. Technically, you can roll up the rice and be a noodle. It's like-
See? He's a scientist. That's where the remote control testing comes in. That's the skill from your first job.
Oh.
What about American food?
Ooh. Wait. Well, technically saying American food. What's an American food?
Interesting.
Right?
See, I've been at Denny's at 2 a.m. really feeling like a citizen. You know what I'm saying?
But like pancakes, they're actually from England,
True.
right? Hamburgers from Hamburg and pizza is from Italy.
America be stealing.
Yeah. So, like I said,
Low key.
what's an American food?
Baked potato. Is that American?
I don't. I
You're
think,
right, because French fries are even from France. What about water? Iced
Smart water, yeah.
Iced water in that plastic
All
cup
right.
at Denny's.
What?
Hydration. Hydration, is that an American thing? Who invented hydration? Do we know? We all did. Honestly, Asians look hydrated as fuck.
That is actually true.
You look like you were born 3 months ago.
Yeah, I was. Mommy.
Goo goo gaga. I'm Gen Alpha. The rumors are true. Thanks for watching. Once again, I'm Sherry Cola.
And I'm Taecyeon, and we shall go party now.
Mwah. Cut it up and make it pretty.
Oh my gosh, it
Come on,
was
dude.
so much fun.
I can't wait to see it.